Hello there, world of YouTube. This is me, SwimmsterGal, coming to you with a brand new video where I will be turning this art journal of notebook into a locked diary. First and foremost, we're going to need one paperclip. You're going to go ahead and line up said paperclip with the pen holder that comes with the notebook. You want to try to get it as centered to the pen loop as possible, just so that it's more aesthetically pleasing. Now you're just going to get something that's pointy. In this case I have scissors, and you're literally just going to stab a hole through the pen loop. Now you must be asking yourselves, why would you stab a hole through the pen loop? Let me tell you. So I have a lot of art journal of notebooks, kind of an addiction, and I wanted a diary, but instead of spending more money on getting a diary with a lock, I just figured I would try to figure out how to make one. And a lot of the videos I saw just used paper clips. Now they use two paper clips, but I used one because the specific lock I got doesn't have a long enough hinge for me to be able to put a paper clip on each side and then have it clip comfortably. As you can see right there, it's a pretty short hinge, but gotta make do with what I got. I don't use a pen loop anyway, might as well use it to my benefit. Now just make sure that the lock can actually go through the little hole you poked, and you are set. Now again, we're going to go through with the tedious task of centering that paper clip. Before you glue anything down, you want to make sure that you do a little practice lock with your lock, just to make sure that everything is kind of like loose. It's kind of able to move, but when you try to open it, doesn't open up too much, because obviously we don't want people reading our things, right? As you can see here, these are just some failed attempts at trying to do a double paperclip as opposed to just the one with the pen loop hole. And the hinge is so short, and it's not, I guess you could say fat enough, or the width isn't wide enough to where I can close it comfortably and then move the lock around. The lock kind of gets stuck and it really tugs on the paper clips, which would eventually make them rip off the notebook, which is definitely what we don't want. Once you've settled on a position you like, we're going to go ahead and pencil in the sides just to kind of give us an idea of where to lay the glue down. Now the video I watched used a glue gun. I'll link it down below for you guys to check that one out as well. But I went ahead and bought Gorilla Glue because anything I've ever glued down with Gorilla Glue stays glued, and your girl wants security. So we're going to go ahead and use this Gorilla Glue. And then, since it is kind of still slick and it is not like an instant dry, you can move around the paper clip until you're happy with the placement. As you can see here, once I got the placement down to where I wanted it, I went ahead and moved on to the next part. Now this is completely optional. This is just more of a stylistic choice for me. I went ahead and got some scrapbook paper, cut it to the size of the inside flap. I'm going to go ahead and glue that over where the paper clip is, just to kind of hide the paper clip a little bit more, and again give like a little bit more stylized feel to the notebook, like more personal, without having to go the extra mile. For those of you wondering, the paper itself is 8 inches tall and about 5.5 inches wide. And again, you see how it covers the paper clip and it just looks like it's part of the notebook, and it makes it look really nice. It pops against the burgundy, and it still has flowers to kind of go with the cover itself. And we're just going to repeat that in the back side. It does have a pocket. I don't tend to use the pocket, so even if the pocket were to become kind of useless to me, it doesn't matter. I wanted it to look pretty more than I wanted it to be useful per se. And once that is done, I'm just putting another notebook over top of it. I'm gonna let it sit for like 20 minutes. In YouTube land, it was like 30 seconds, but it's just to let the glue dry in place and make sure that the paperclip doesn't move. Now, this is a first for me. I don't tend to put my actual name, well, in this case it's a nickname per se, in my notebooks, but I decided that for this one, since it's more of a diary as opposed to like a bullet journal or something of that sort, I'm gonna go ahead and put my, my nickname. I did some little stars on the side just to kind of give it a little bit more oomph. And I just went ahead and got a black pen and I'm filling it in a little bit more just to make it thicker, because the letters were a lot thinner than I had originally thought they were going to be. But hey, we just need a pen, we trace over it, and bada bing, bada boom. And honestly, that's all I did to the notebook. If you don't struggle with the paperclip thing that like I did, honestly, this can get done in like 10 minutes. And then bam, you're like pretty much done. You can leave the actual lock hinged to the pen holder. That way you're not struggling with putting it on every single time. It doesn't really bother you when you're writing. I just did it for the video just so you guys can see it. As you guys might already know, I do like adding little charms to my little book things right there. I just added a little honeycomb to the end of this one before I figured it out and said, oh, so it is done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more. Don't forget to leave any recommendations you guys have for videos down below. I will see you guys next time.